Tina, welcome here. Welcome to the IRL celebration of the summer solstice, a significant time of the year where we gather to celebrate the sun and the life-giving energy that comes from the sun. And we remember today the good wisdom of Saint Firka, who spoke in the 6th century that we should grow food for the hungry, herbs for the sick, and flowers for the soul. Words of wisdom for all our days.
Solstice comes from two words, sol meaning sun and stitum meaning standstill. And so at this time of year, let's have a look and see what's happening. We can use this artwork from Loughcrew Cairn. They draw a person, I think, my interpretation, a person standing still on the horizon will notice that the sun rises in the east and sets in the west in the winter time. And as the year progresses, the sun rises further east and sets further west until we reach the highest point of the year when the sun rises at its furthest point east and sets furthest point west. And for a couple of days, the sun seems to stand still in the sky before it makes its journey back to winter solstice.
The longest day in the year in the northern hemisphere is a time when what we have grown in the planted in the spring comes to fullness of life and comes into full bloom, and we celebrate the beautiful diversity of buds and blossoms, and in that diversity there is great harmony. Nature loves diversity in plants, in food, and in humans. It's a time to celebrate the fullness of life.
In the Celtic calendar, there were 4 minor festivals in the year, being the solstices and the equinoxes, and the 4 major festivals in the year, which are the gateways into the season: Bealtaine, Lunasa, Imbolc, and Samhain. And today we're celebrating what a lot of people know today to be called Litha, because there wasn't a Celtic name in our Celtic calendar for that. But we can also call it this name of the month, which is midsummer, and in Irish that name is Mehiv. So happy Mehiv to you.
The Grianstad, the stopping of the sun in the sky, is a time to celebrate the fullness of warmth and the recharging of our energies so that we can continue on the full circle of our life. So just like the butterfly, take time to just stand still and receive. Be warmed by the sun. Allow your batteries to be charged in this season. Allow fullness of life to come into you so that you have the strength and the courage to continue on this journey. Remember the butterfly. They need to start their life in the sunshine in order that they can take off and move on. What a lesson. Stop and bask. And if you're not, perhaps you should ask why not, or what possibilities lie for you in basking in your future.
For thousands of years, our ancestors all around the world have celebrated the solstices, equinoxes, and the gateways into the season. One way that we have of knowing this on the Celtic landscape is the stone monuments, and in particular the stone circles that have been left in places like Lochgar and Bonan that celebrate not just alignments with the celestial events of solstice, but also have archaeoacoustics which reverberate sound around the stone circles. We're carrying on this tradition today.
In this season of the radiant sun, we recognize that this is a time of short nights and long days. And it was a traditional season when weddings would happen, where young couples would leap across the fire to receive the energy for their newfound love and life together and bring them back into the community where they could thrive. Maybe this is a time for us to stop and think, what is thriving in our garden of life? Where are we on our circle? What do we hear? What do we see? What do we feel at this time that will give us the energy to move into fullness of life as we move through the circle of all that is becoming and all that we are growing into in the season of radiance?
We're here in nature's garden, where nature does a beautiful job of providing for us. Nature offers us food for our bodies in the form of nourishing nettles, so full of nourishment. It also offers us medicines for our healing in the form of comfrey. And look at the beautiful meadow full of flowers to lift the spirit and the soul.
There is no such thing as a weed. We believe that if you clear away what needs space and time, the sun will flood what needs to grow. And that's true of your life too. This is a season of watering and weeding, and a time to allow space around that which needs nourishment so that you can be healthy into the fullness of life that you're called into. It is a season of growth, a time to rest so that you will be fully alive.
We proclaim
the lights of the cosmos to unite all people on this planet in a great oneness. All the stars and the sun and the moonlight shine on us, so they fall on each one who dwells within the sphere of this beautiful planet, washed with great illuminating energy.
We proclaim that there is an unquenchable fire shining within each person, a light that is strong, deep, and enduring. It is the vigilant fire of the heart, of the soul, maintaining hope and trust amidst life's many ups and downs, especially in this time of pandemic.
We proclaim
that there is a divine fire within us that is loving, caring, and compassionate. This light will never give up on us. We proclaim that the light within us is beautiful, precious, and wild. We urge everyone to do all they can to tend this fire, to care for it with courage and kindness. Let the inner light shine forth radiantly so that all will benefit from the power of this enormous warmth and goodness. For this we say, Slán agus Banna, in this season of grace.